allow the mind to wander anywhere. Relax your physical body and the mind. By this process of proper pranayama, one should quieten the mind and relax the physical body. And when the mind is quietened, based on the study of the Upanishads, one should do upasana on the Brahma Tattvam. This is the message of the Upanishads. Sarvam khalvidam brahma tad jalaniti shanta upasita. So everything around is verily Brahman. Brahman is only reality that is present everywhere, permeating every aspect of the universe. And from this absolutely real, supremely real Brahma Tattvam arises the relative reality, which is the universe. It is created, sustained, and dissolved in a cyclic fashion. So the only permanent absolute reality is Brahman. And what is the message? By focusing on the permanent, You get permanent peace. If your mind is focused more and more on the impermanent worldly things, then your mind will never have permanent peace and happiness. So the goal of the Upanishads, Vedanta Shastra, is to orient you towards the Brahma Tattvam, which is also the Atman, your own true nature, pure consciousness principle within every individual, because of which you are able to cognize everything. The principle of cognition presupposes existence of consciousness. So, if you can analyze how am I able to cognize, you will ultimately reach the supreme Atma Tattvam which is present within you. That's what this Kenopanishad mantra says. Pratibodhaviditam matam amritatvam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate amritam. Bodham, bodham, pratibodham. Constantly, all the cognition that is happening based on which we are reacting. We are not focusing on the cognitive capability. We are focusing more on our reactions to the happenings around us. But if you go beyond the actions and reactions, everything is possible only because of the cognition capability called bodham, 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 pratibodham. And this cognition is possible because of the existence of pure consciousness within the individual. And so Upanishad declares that knowledge of this Atma Tattvam, the supreme reality within you, viditam matam amritatvam hi vindate. So knowledge of reality bestows immortality. And Atmana vindate viryam. So with this knowledge of Atma Jnanam, one gets tremendous mental fortitude to sail through this life very easily without getting affected by all the happenings around you. So, Atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate amritam. Important word vidyaya. So, Bhagavan is going to say in this 10th chapter, Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. So, Vidyaya, see Upanishads. Vidyaya Vindate Amritam. This Brahmajnanam alone can give you moksham, immortality, permanent peace and happiness. So, what is the step by step process to attain this knowledge? Let us study through the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः निधये सर्वविद्यानां षजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतं वन्दे भगवन्तो पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः अपार करुणा सिंधुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम् ॐ All chant Yam Brahma loudly. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutah Stunmanti Dimyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopaniஷதைர் गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Now chant the 6 slokas. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Saraswati Namaha. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानं येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परं यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Now chant the 5 important shlokas. Shri Bhagavan Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Baye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ejanah Paryupasate तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहं मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया प्रपञ्चो यदि विद्येत निवर्तेत न संशयः मायामात्रमिदं द्वैतम् अद्वैतं परमार्थतः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता दशमोऽध्यायः विभूतियोगः. ॐ नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमं व्यक्तसम्भवम् अण्डस्यान्तस्पि मे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी. ॐ. Now let's all chant shloka number 32. No, I think we have to chant 32, correct, 32, which will enter the last class. All of you on cameras, focus. Last class for the week. So after that, we are going to have a break. So focus on this subject matter. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sarganamadhirantascha Madhyam Chaivaham Arjuna Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vadah Prabhadatamaham. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome to the next session on the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is the name of the 10th chapter? Vibhuti Yoga. In Vibhuti Yoga, Bhagavan is explaining the Supreme's manifestation in various forms, various entities, both which are worldly things as well as divine entities. What is the objective? Objective is by doing dhyanam on those aspects which your mind is inclined to connect, because you will not be able to connect with all the aspects Bhagavan is saying. For example, some of the things that you're going to say now will not be something that you will want to focus a lot, but whichever. So the total number already has exceeded 40. No, somebody has done a count. So up to shloka number 31, how many? There are about 36 to 40 different entities Bhagavan has mentioned, and continuing so many more will come. So you pick and choose a few of them. So constantly doing dhyanam on these various entities will purify the mind And this purified mind approaches Shastra, study Vedanta Shastra, and with a Viveka Vijnanam, understand supreme reality. That is the path. So Bhagavan is taking you from the form to formless, from sound to silence, from the known to the unknown. So here in sloka number 32, Bhagavan is mentioning that you should understand, Arjuna, that I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all creations. See, you go back and refer to the beginning of Vibhuti Yoga. Bhagavan told that I am the beginning and end of the individuals, right? Ahamadischa madhyancha bhutanam antayevacha. Put a reference. Refer shloka number 20 when you have got 32 in front of you. And now that you studied 32, refer shloka 32 in shloka number 20. What is the difference? There, Bhagavan was focusing on the individual. Ahamadischa madhyancha bhutanam means what of the individual entity, living being. I am the beginning and the end. Here, Bhagavan is saying the entire creation. So, entire creation, I am the beginning, the middle, and the end. Eto va imani bhutani jayante ena jatani jivanti yatrayanti abhisamvishanti tad vijijñāsasva tad brahmeti. See, Upanishad mantras is being presented in a simple form, shloka form for all of us to understand. That is why what? Even the Brahma Sutra, second sutra, write down. Janmadhyasya yataha. In fact, as you study many of these particular shlokas, you will see a lot of references from Brahma Sutra also can be connected to this. Janma adi. That means what? Srishti sthiti layam yataha. From which? So, from which principle the entire creation, sustenance, dissolution happens? That is Brahman. That is why Athato Brahma Jignasa. Let us understand what is this Brahman, which is the cause of the seemingly real universe. So Bhagavan says, I am the creator, sustainer, and dissolver. That means what? I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of the entire universe, all creations. Then, so how to understand this? This supreme reality can be understood only by Atmavidya, Brahmavidya, Atmajnanam, Brahmajnanam. So Bhagavan says, among all types of knowledge, I am this supreme knowledge of the self itself. Self means what? Don't make it self. Of the Atman, which is also Brahman, Jivo, Brahmaiva Naparaha. So the greatest knowledge, the liberating knowledge, write down. Every other knowledge binds people, binds the human. There is only knowledge that liberates, totally purifies. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. So that makes you totally free, ever happy, established in permanent bliss. That knowledge. I am that knowledge. Among all knowledge, I am that knowledge. And that's why, if you look at the third sutra of the Brahma Sutras, it says Shastra Yonitva. Means what? That principle from which all branches of knowledge have emerged. So not only Brahman, I write down all these very important points. Brahman is the source of creation of the matter principle, matter universe, but also that of the world of sound and words and syllables. So there are two prapanchas, write down. Namarupa prapancham and Shabda prapancham. Shabda prapancham means what? The world of words. Through words, you can describe the universe, you can describe what is not there in the universe also. That is the power of the words. So Bhagavan says that knowledge through these words has got its own importance. Among that knowledge, I am the highest knowledge, the greatest knowledge. It's called Paravidya. So, Paravidya, Aparavidya. Aparavidya is the lower knowledge of what? Including your knowledge of the Shabda Prapancham, Vedic chanting, the Vedanga, everything. This is Paravidya, Atmavidya, Brahma. I am that. So, Brahmajnanam is not different from Brahman. Atmajnanam is not different from the Supreme. So, Bhagavan says that I am the knowledge of the Atman among all branches of knowledge. And to understand this supreme principle, one has to have a proper what discussion with learned people, ask the right questions with the teacher, engage in discussions. And so Bhagavan says the proper way to discuss all these important subjects is to have a healthy conversation. So not get an unnecessary argument and what for the sake of argument you pick up a topic and start negating it. Not like that. Positive discussion. So Bhagavan says among all forms of discussion, analysis. So he says among all of them, I am the positive discussion methodology among discussions, constructive discussion. So Bhagavan says, in this particular shloka is mentioned about all aspects of knowledge. You see, about Atma Vidya, about the method to get the knowledge through proper discriminative power, which is possible only by discussions. Write down. There is a wonderful Subhashita. This Jnanam or Atma Jnanam is available and will finally culminate only through a series of steps. And it is said that when you sit with the teacher and study, you get only 25% of the knowledge. Means what? What all has been told, everything you cannot digest immediately. Remaining 25% is dependent upon your own Medha Shakti, your own intelligence, which you have to work hard to build. So, how do I grasp the knowledge? How do I understand it? How do I retain the knowledge? The next 25% is obtained through discussions. That's why Bhagavan is mentioning that constructive discussion. I am of the form of constructive discussions. And the fourth 25%, the last stage is obtained only for a period of time. When you start teaching or explaining to others, you will know how much you know. Only when you start teaching, you will know your depth of knowledge. When people ask questions, how do I respond? How can I answer? So, wonderful shloka, write down. Acharyat padamadatte padam shishya swamedhaya padam sab brahmacharibhyaha padam kalakramena cha. So, Acharyat padamadatte. When you sit down with an Acharya and study, one padam, 25%. 4 padams make it one whole, right? So, one padam means 25% of knowledge is obtained when you sit in the class, irrespective of your capability of Grahana Shakti or intelligence, you will get some knowledge. That's why he says constantly sit down, listen to Vedanta Shastras. Shravana is important. Shravanayapi bahubiryona labhyaha. Bhagavan has said, right? So it's not easy to get this. So that is the first stage. Second is what? Padam Shishya Swamedhaya. Your own ability to digest, grasp, make sense of it, apply it, integrate it, internalize it. So, and then finally transformation. All that happens only through your effort. That means what? Swamedhaya, your Medha Shakti. Next. Padam sab brahmacharibhyaha. That's why group discussions are normally organized about understanding of scripture. This is the way I understood. Is it correct? So, that is why Bhagavan says healthy discussion, constructive discussion. I am of that form. As compared to different kinds of other conversations. Say Vitandavadam. Simply talk about some unimportant things and then for the sake of negating something or opposing somebody, you keep on talking. Or jalpam, purposely to put down other persons, people are engaging in conversation, right? You have seen a lot of different public speaking forums, all waste. Constructive discussion is important. So Bhagavan says, I mentioned in Subhashita, Padam sab brahmacharibhyaha. That means what? With your own other students, when you discuss, have constructive discussions, your knowledge further increases, fortifies Padam Kala Kramena cha, over a period of time. So Bhagavan is mentioned about even the constructive discussion being of the form of one of the aspects of supreme reality. Bhagavan has mentioned everything. All that we are doing is we just integrate all this in our lives. Today we are all having a parallel path. What Bhagavan is saying is this, and we are running parallel to it. So you have to integrate both. And then what happens? Life becomes very easy. Now look at the Padavibhaganmaya, first sloka number 32. Sarganam Adihi Antaha Cha Madhyam Cha Eva Aham. Hey Arjuna, Adhyatma Vidya. Don't say Adhyatma Vidya. So Adhyatmikam is correct. Adhyatma is correct. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vadaha Pravadatam Aham. Very good. Number 13. All of you are alert. Churkagidra. Guruji will say. Right. Anvaya. Hey Arjuna. So you keep on saying, no, various aspects. People also go to sleep. So Bhagavan is saying, waking. Hey Arjuna. Arjuna is one word. Arjuna. Aham Adihi Madhyam Cha Eva Cha Antaha. There are two chakarams. So Adirantascha one chakaram. Cha Eva Aham Arjuna, another chakaram. So far it is 8. Arjuna Aham Adihi Madhyam Cha Eva Cha Antaha Sarganam. So this whole set is one group. So write down. Hey Arjuna, separate. Aham Adihi Madhyam Cha Eva Cha Antaha Sarganam. One group. Next. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. Second group. Aham Vadaha Prabhadatam. Third group. Clear? There are only three vibhutis Bhagavan has mentioned in this sloka. So total how many words? Hey Arjuna, Aham Adihi Madhyam Cha Eva Cha Antaha Sarganam Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Aham Vadaha Pravadatam. 14 words. Chaturdasha Vidya. Among all Vidyas are categorized into 14 types of Vidya. So number 14 is very important. So here also Vidya has come. What are the 4 Vidyas? 14 Vidyas. 4 Vedas, 6 Vedangas, then Dharma Shastram, Puranam, Dharma Shastram, and then your 2 other important Vidyas. Totally 14 Vidyas are there. Sloka is there. Write down. For everything is sloka. I'll tell you sloka at the end of this particular sloka. Now, Hey Arjuna, meaning, Hey Arjuna, Aham Adihi. I am the beginning. So write down with respect to creations, I am the beginning. Madhyam Cha, and also the middle. Eva, and also the middle, as well as Cha Antaha, and the end of what? Sarganam, of all creations. All creations, that means what? Anything that is being created, Bhagavan says, I am the creator, sustainer, and dissolver. That means what? Everything emerges from Supreme Principle, is sustained by Supreme Principle, and dissolves finally. Then, Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. So, Adhyatma Vidya, Atma Vidya with respect to Atman, this knowledge of Atman, Atma Jnanam, Atma Tattvam. I am the knowledge of the self or the Atman with respect to what? Standpoint of all branches of knowledge. There are 14 branches of knowledge broadly. Write down there is sloka for it. Angani Vedas Chatvari Mimamso Nyaya Vistaraha. Puranam cha dharma shastram vidyaheta chaturdasha. See, our shastras are so nice. Everything there is a sloka. There is no way you can forget. You know, Meenakshi madam. So once you recite the sloka, you will get all the 14 vidyas. Very nice sloka. Write down. 14 branches of, because Bhagavan has told that what? Among all branches of knowledge, I am the branch of knowledge concerning Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya, Brahma Jnanam, Atma Jnanam. Angani Vedas Chatvari. Can you, somebody write down this sloka? Angani Vedanga. 6 Vedangas are there. It all gives you a lot of knowledge, this particular chapter. Angani. Angani means what? Vedangani. Shiksha, Vyakarana, Yukta, Jyotish, Kalpa, Chandas. 6 are there, which are to be studied along with the 4 Vedas. What are the 4 Vedas? Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Atharva Veda. How many are there now? Simple, at least mathematics, you know calculation. 6 Angas, Bhatmanathan is doing calculation, okay. Plus 4 Vedas makes it 10. So that is the meaning of Angani Vedas Chatvari. Anga means 6 automatically. Chatvari Veda means 4 Vedas. Mimamsa. Mimamsa doesn't mean mean and mamsam. Okay. Mimamsa means what? Bhakti Purvakaha. So with a lot of sincere discipline, approach subject to understand in detailed analysis, discussion of through the what? Bhashyams, commentaries. It's called Mimamsa Shastram. There is what? Veda Mimamsa. There is Vedanta Mimamsa. What is Vedanta Mimamsa? So Brahma Sutras are called as Vedanta Mimamsa Shastram. How to analyze and discuss about a particular subject in detail is called Mimamsam. So that is one. So how many are now over now? 4 plus 6 plus 1. Up to here, you're so far 11. Nyaya Shastram, very important logic. Anything to be ascertained without doubt requires 3 pramanams. Write down. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhavam. Yukti means logic. And logic itself is a Shastra in our system. You see, how to do logical analysis. It's called Nyaya Shastram. Nyaya Vaisheshika, we say. Gautama Nyayam. For all this, each branch of knowledge, there is a what? Founder. We say, no, we all have founders of companies today. No, you got that company founder, this company founder. There are founders of branches of knowledge. So, Gautama, great sage, was the founder of Nyaya Shastram. So, how many are over now? Let us see whether you are active in the class. Angani Vedas Chatvari Mimamso Nyaya Vistaraha. Then Puranam, all the Puranas, including Itihasas. How many Puranas are there? 18 Puranas. And how many Itihasas? 2 Itihasas. What? Srimad Valmiki Ramayanam and Mahabharatam. Right? All this put together 20 is equal to 1 branch of knowledge. From that arises lot of sub-knowledge. Kavya, Nataka, everything comes, but they are subservient to what? Which one? Puranam. Then the 14th branch of knowledge is Dharma Shastram. One has to understand extract of Vedas as applied to our daily lives. Dharma Shastram. Dharma Shastras start with Dharma Sutras. Jaimini Dharma Sutras. I told you, founder of every branch of knowledge. Jaimini Maharishi, write down, founder of what? Dharma Shastras, Dharma Sutram, Athato, Dharma Jignasa. So, all I noted down, how many are there totally? 14 number came or not? Count? Very good. Say Shadri says 14. I'll try and chant the sloka. Anga Nivedas Chatvari. Mimamso Nyaya Vistaraha. Puranam Dharma Shastram Cha. Vidyahi Etaha Chaturdasha. So Vidya. Verily Vidya is now categorized into 14 branches. You see, where does it start? If you want to be a Pandita, one has to be well versed in all these 14 branches of knowledge. And within the Vedas also, there are Upavedas. And there is further branches, Dhanurveda, Ayurveda. So each Veda has got one Upaveda, which specializes in one aspect. All this I'll explain in another class. But our systematization of even the branches of knowledge is so wonderful. You all have syllabus, right? In your 10th standard, 11th standard, 12th standard, engineering, medicine, syllabus, they all put so many different subjects. Our entire branch. See, to just categorize your focus study itself, you need a syllabus. How do you create a syllabus for the entire branch of knowledge? Ananta Vai Vedaha. So beautifully has been organized. And so within every Veda, the last portion is called Vedanta, which focuses on Atma Vidya. So Vedanta doesn't mean only the end of the Vedas. Vedanta means the real essence of the Vedas. And so Bhagavan says, from all that is to be known, the only one that is really to be known is Atman or Brahman. Everything else is what? Very secondary. Is not going to give you what? The permanent peace and happiness you're looking for. So focus on Atma Vidya. So Bhagavan has clearly told what should be your goal of life. Instead of studying about too many things that are really not important for you. If it is required for your daily activity is important, then you try and learn that. If it is not, don't waste your time on them. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. See, if you take one proper subject matter of Vidya, so much to discuss. Then Vadaha, that means what? Among all the different types of discussions. So, Aham Vadaha, I am constructive discussions. Pravadatam. Prakarshena Vadati. Pravadati. That means what? There is something called as idle talk, no, simple gossiping, and some serious discussion. Yes or no? Are you always involved in serious discussion? Most of the time. Hello, how are you? What did you cook today? What did you eat? What dress you are wearing? Where did you go? Who came to your house? What did they say? So many things we talk, no? That is simply what? Talking. Pravadatam means something very important to discuss, matter. No, some important matter to discuss. So I told you, Kavya Shastra Vinodena Kalo Gachati Dhimatam. Intelligent people spend their time on focused discussion. If you just go back and analyze how much time I am focusing on important subjects, how much am I focusing my time on unimportant things? Tell me what will be the ratio generally? What is important for our ultimate goal of life? Example, Atma Vidya, how much time am I spending? 5%, 10%. Remaining 90% is going on unnecessary things. That's why Bhagavan told about time also. I am the principle of time. 20-80. Now showing 80-20 principle. Now what you should do? 80% you should spend on what? Vadaha Pravadatam, analysis, discussion, logical analysis of all the Shastras. 20% is required, you can do other talk. So Bhagavan has mentioned where all you should focus. Now you see what is the beauty of this particular chapter. By making your focus, getting your attention to all these aspects, right? Without Bhagavan mentioning all these things, we will not pay attention. We will not pay attention to Atma Vidya. Bhagavan doesn't. I am that Atma Vidya among all the Vidyas. I am the knowledge of the Atman. So when Bhagavan says, I am that knowledge of Atman, I should focus on that. Among all the yajnas, I am Japa Yajnaha. Yajnanam Japa Yajnosmi. So I will do more Japam. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. I'll spend more time on Atma Vidya. Bhagavan is saying, Bhagavan has done his job. Whether we follow or not is left to us. So, Shloka 32 clear? Anvaya is clear? So, subject matter is what? Understanding the words here is easy. What is more difficult? Implementing it, integrating in our daily lives is more difficult. So, that is the next step we have to take. Why? Because if you don't get Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya, Brahma Jnanam in this life, what is the guarantee? This is one guarantee. What is the guarantee? We'll be born again and again and again and again and go through the same thing. Nah, like your children say, no? Every day idli, yeah. Like that, every life you have to go through the same thing. Unless your mind gets matured enough to understand. Because even to appreciate what is happening takes lot of punyam. Why the Upanishad mantra wants, Iha ched avedhi tatha satyam asti, nachediha vedin mahati vinashtihi. If one doesn't understand this supreme reality, Atma Vidya, among all the Vidyas and perishes, that is the greatest loss. Nachediha vedin mahati vinashtihi means greatest loss. So one should focus on this Atma Vidya. Bhuteshu Bhuteshu Vichitya Dhira Pretyasmal Lokad Amrita Bhavanti. Among many, many, many Jivarashis, one few of them focus and attain immortality. So don't be diffident, be confident. Focus on Atma Vidya. Continuing, look at number 33. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Aksharanamakarosmi Dvandvasamasikasya cha Ahamevakshayah Kalaha Dhataham Vishvato Mukha. And
श्रीभगवानुवाच अक्षराणामकारोऽस्मि द्वन्द्वः सामासिकस्य च अहमेवाक्षयः कालः धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः.
very good. All of us together. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Aksharanam Akarosmi Dvandvasamasikaस्य cha Ahamevakshayah Kalaha Dhataham Vishvato Mukha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, how do you get the knowledge? Everything is connected. I told you all the slokas in Bhagavad Gita are connected one to the other in some form or fashion. Knowledge is obtained only by listening, hearing the words of the Guru, and the words are formed by letters. And among all the letters, the first letter, Akaraha. So in Akshayamala, the first word is Akaram. Also, the first letter, Akaram, the first letter, even in the Omkara Tattvam principle is Akaram. Akaram, Ukaram, Makaram, right? So Bhagavan pays a lot of importance to the word Akaram. Among all the Aksharas, among all the letters, I am what? Akaraha. So the word Ye, you can say in English, or Akara in Sanskrit. So, Akaro vai vak. There is a Upanishad mantra also. So, through Akara only, all the words are formed. Without words are difficult to be formed. So, among all the words, I am Akara. So, in the Upasana portion of the Omkara Tattvam, it is mentioned what is the benefit if you focus only on Akara, only on Ukara, only on Makara. So if people focus only on Akaram plus Ukaram and or Ukaram plus or two of them, two syllables, what is the benefit? What is the benefit if you focus on all the three together? So even focusing on Akara has got a lot of value. So Bhagavan says, Aksharanam Akaraha Asmi. I am of the form of the Akara Tattvam in among all the words. Then another branch of knowledge is required to study Shastras to get Pandityam. It is called Vyakaranam. Write down, I told you 6 Sangas. Shiksha, Vyakarana, Niruktam, Jyotish, Chandas, Kalpam, Vyakarana Shastram. Vyakarana means what? What is either in the class or not? Vyakarana is what? Grammar. Very good. Who is the author of Sanskrit grammar? Write down the Rishi name, Panini. For everything, there is a founder. Like I told you, no? Panini Vyakaranam. So, see, the idea is like this. If you are dedicated to any field and systematically proceed on that path, you will get a lot of chitta shuddhi. Some people are not interested in Vedanta, or many people are not interested in Vedanta. Swamiji used to say, there are people who study a lot of Sanskrit. There will be Samskrita Panditas, but they will not know ABCD of Vedanta. I actually pity them. The goal of Sanskrit knowledge should be to get what? Vedanta Jnanam. Very easy to study Vedanta if you know Sanskrit, but these people focus only on what? Sanskrit, what? Grammar, only grammar, or what? Different forms of kavyas and all those rachanas. So Bhagavan says, fine, don't worry. If you focus on only the language, you will also ultimately come to a point where your mind is what? Now very focused. Objective is to get a focused mind. Once a focused mind is given direction to study Vedanta, understand Vedanta Jnanam and get moksham. So in Vyakaranam, one of the important principles is called Samasaha. Write down. For us, samosa is very important. For people studying Sanskrit language, samasa is important. Samasa means samyak asyate iti samasaha. Write down. The very nice organization of individual words into a compound word to make it meaningful in a short word. Okay. To explain, for example, that particular object belonging to this person, you have to say so many words. If you have to say in English. So, to save the number of words, save prepositions, in Sanskrit grammar, there is a way of organizing words together so that you can say the same message in very limited words. That method is called samasaha. In samasa, normally there are some technicalities. See, key thing I'll tell you is something called Vigraha Vakyam. You should be able to explain what does the word stand for. So, it's a very nice, who are interested in language will be interested in this. But anyway, if somebody is interested, you can focus on it. I've given a brief introduction to it. And there are many samasas. Write down. There are samasas which qualify certain things based on some characteristics, words. There are some which have a group of entities and say that all the things contained in the world are important. So write down some of the important samasa names. In this, there is some opportunity to give you some basic knowledge. Write down. Tat Purusha Samasa is one type of samasa. Organization of compound words. Write down. Samasa is equal to compound words. Samyak asyate. Very nicely arranged. No? So, one is Tat Purusha Samasa. Then there is Bahuvrihi Samasa. Then Karmadharaya Samasa. Dvandva Samasa. Dvigu Samasa. So many are there. Abhibhava Samasa. Key Samasa. That means what is all principles for detailed study. For people who are interested can go and study in detail. And so, this is being used by all great scholars and panditas when they create compositions, when they create kadambaris. And Kalidasa is very good in doing, using all these different types of elements. So, for example, one of the most wonderful compound word compositions of Kalidasa is Shamala Dandakam. Ram Kailas, note down. If you're interested, you can see. One word itself runs to almost one page. How wonderfully they were doing in all those days. Today, for us, even to make one word properly is struggling. Kind of knowledge they had. So, Bhagavan says, among all the different types of samasas, I am Dvandva Samasa. So, Dvandva Samasa, a special compound word where what happens? It is able to differentiate Dvandvam. So, there are actually 35 types of compound words. Bhagavan says, I am Dvandva Samasa among all the types of compound words. Then, Bhagavan then says, I alone am the eternal time. Now he comes back to time, eternal time. Time concept there, time was useful for measurement. Here, time is a principle which defines the beginning and the end of every entity. I am the time principle. And Bhagavan says, during existence in the world, you need to be bestowed with things that you need. So I am the dispenser. I am the bestower of what you need at what point in time. So when whichever direction you want to face, whatever you are getting, whether materially, no, or through subtle forms, through thoughts, emotions, everything, what is bestowed? I am the ultimate bestower. Bhagavan says, various aspects. You see, all these are required for us when we lead our lives. Every aspect you can see the importance of Bhagavan's Vibhuti. Now look at when I do the Padavi Bhaga, I'll give more details about the different types of samasas required. Okay. Now, Aksharanam, Akaraha, Asmi, Dvandvaha, Samasikasya, Cha, Aham, Eva, Akshayaha, Kalaha, Dhata, Aham, Vishwato Mukhaha. One word. Vishwato Mukhaha. Very good. 13. This is Anvaya. Asmi Akaraha Aksharanam. First group. So if Aham is missing, add Aham. Okay. Asmi Akaraha Aksharanam. Cha Dvandvaha Samasikasya. Then the second group, third group. Aham eva akshayaha kalaha. And aham dhata vishwato mukhaha. Some of them may not have what? Among. Because when you come to time principle, as a principle, you cannot have a collective category from which you can select. So some of them are absolute, some of them have got many choices. So for example, time is a principle, only time is there. Okay, you cannot add many things to that. Okay. Whereas time is used for some measurement, there are many means of measure. Are you understanding? Can you see the difference between what? Bhagavan talking about Kala Kalayatamaham. Refer sloka number 30. So when you are in sloka number 33, put reference 30. 30, put reference 33. Kalayatam means among measures for analysis computing. That is Kalayatam. Kalaha. Here, I'm absolute time. And how he says, we'll see in the individual Anmaya. So, understood Anmaya clear? Aham dhata vishwato mukhaha. Fourth group. So, third is what? Aham eva akshayaha kalaha. Fourth is aham dhata vishwato mukhaha. Now look at the individual meaning. Asmi akaraha. Aham asmi. Bracket. I am the letter A, which can be what? A is there in all the, at least no Indian language, right? Whether you take Hindi, akaram. So even Tamil, right? So aram shayya virumbu. That's what we say. We teach Tamil from A. From there only everything starts, right? So A for apple, they say. Can also say A for Arjuna, like that. Asmi akaraha. Everything begins with A. When you open the mouth, easiest word that comes with A, right? Or even ma, you have to do something, pa, everything you have to complicate. A. Moment you, so whenever there is pain, we say. The moment there is pain, very easy, it comes out automatically. Asmi akaraha, the mula word, the fundamental letter. I am the letter akaram, aksharanam, among all the letters. Cha dvandvaha. I am Agaramula correct. Even the First, Tirukkural starts with Akaram. Cha Dvandvaha. I am the samasa called Dvandva samasa. So write down. Itare taradvandvaha. So where in Dvandva samasa you separate out and also are able to appreciate the importance of each and every word in that. Mata Pitarau. Who is important? Both are important, right? One word. So, but it is able to separately say there is Mata and Pita in that. Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughnau. Okay? All of them are there. So, Itare Tarad Dvandvaha. Then, it means what? There are many words. All of them have got importance. At the same time, it discreetly calls out each and every entity. Very good combination of words. So Bhagavan says, I give importance to everything, democratic. And among what? Chadvandvaha samasikasya. So among different samasas, among compound words, I am the Dvandva samasa. For detailed study, care of Sanskrit language studies if you are interested. Right now, if you know this much is enough. So, Dvandvaha, I am the Dvandva samasa among compound words, samasikasya of. See, Shashti Bhakti. So, among compound words. Then, third group. Aham eva. I alone am Akshayaha Kalaha. Eternal time. Now, is time eternal or relative? Is it absolute or relative? In the relative world, time is eternal. Are you getting the point? In the relative world, time is eternal. The relative world, space is eternal. The relative world, causation is continuously happens. Once the relative world collapses and perishes, all these three lose the importance. Are you getting the point? Huh? So, oh, my camera is off. Is it suddenly off? Okay. So, my Paramaguru, that is Sri 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 Sachidan Swamiji, has done a lot of analysis on this concept of time. He used to put a lot of questions. So, what is the measure of time during dream? Can you tell anybody? Is the same time scale being used in a dream? If you analyze your dreams, suddenly you are born, okay? Suddenly you become big, okay? You do so many things happen. Actually, they say in a fraction of a second, the dream, everything is happening. How is it possible? You have to think, no? Similarly, what is the concept of time during deep sleep? Does time exist when you are having deep sleep? Why you cannot say? Because when you get up, you cannot say how long you had deep sleep. Between the time you went to sleep and got up, you can say, I was asleep. But during deep sleep, there is no concept of time. So time is relative, but time is an important measure with respect to the relative world, respect to creation. So Bhagavan says, I am the eternal time principle. It means what? A principle which governs everything in the relative world. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Time as a principle from absolute standpoint is relative, but within the relative world, everything is based on time, right? If you want to go to a meeting, you say what time. If you want to come to a class, Zoom meeting, Zoom class, what time? If you have to cook, what time? Get up, what time? Go out, what time? Come back, what time? Sleep, what time? Get up, what time? Everything, no time, right? It's a very important thing. So Bhagavan says, I am the eternal time from a standpoint of relative reality. Then, Aham Dhata, I am the dispenser, I am the Karma Pala Dhata. I am the dispenser of what? Vishwato Mukhaha, everything that you need. The word Dhata means two things. Both the possessor and dispenser. Write down difference between the word Dhata and Dhata. So in our Veda mantra, is a Dhata Purastadhyamuda Jahara Shakra Pravidwan Pradishaschatasraha Tamevam Vidwan. So please understand that is Dhata. Means what? Possessor and dispenser. Whereas Data means only the giver. Okay. Means what temporarily I'll have, I'll give. After I give, I need to go and further earn. That's how the word data is found, whereas dhata is permanently possesses. So in this case, one, whatever you need in the world, Bhagavan is already created, possesses, so gives. Another is whatever you have to get result for your actions as karma phala dhata, Bhagavan is also dispenser of your karma phalam. So eko deva sarva bhuteshu gudaha sarvam vyapi sarva bhutantaratma karmadhyakshaha sarva bhutadi vasaha sakshi cheta kebalo nirgunascha. So the same supreme principle is being understood in various ways. It's a wonderful mantra. One day we'll analyze this mantra. Only one supreme principle. Depending on understanding, either it is sarva bhuteshu gudaha, present in all the what living beings as Atma Chaitanyam, sarvavyapi as the eternal permeating principle throughout the universe, throughout the creation. Sarva Bhutantaratma, the innermost self of all the beings. Karma Dhikshaha. Some people are saying, all this Brahma Tattvam, Atma, I don't want. What is this? I don't understand. At least understand Bhagavan as Karma Pala Dhata, person who gives you the results for your actions. And these are not what? There is no what? Partiality. Some people are favored. Some people always, you see, no, when you look at somebody, you say, aha, this person always happy. I am only always no having worries. Only after you go into that person's life, you will know how much of problem they got, right? So all our whatever we are experiencing, what should you attribute it to? You're going to end the class. Let me see if they're still awake or gone to sleep. To our own previous actions, our own karma. So that karma comes back to this karma phalam. And so you need a judge to give you judgment. Bhagavan is karma phala dhata from the standpoint. And where is he? Suppose I escape from India to America. Can I escape karma phalam? Some people want to go to Japan to escape because they think Japan, there's no Hinduism, right? So Bhagavan will not come and give karma phalam. You go to Italy, Germany, wherever you go, your karma phalam will go with you. So Bhagavan is clearly Vishwato Mukha. You go to Indralokam, you go to Chandralokam, you go to any lokam, your karma will not leave you. Are you understanding how important it is to follow dharma? Accumulate punyam through punya karma. The more and more you accumulate punyam, wherever you go, I keep on saying. See, already I told you, as per Mahapariva, Ganga is supposed to come to California. Nothing wrong, whether you're in USA or Japan or Italy or Germany, doesn't make any difference. You need to be on the path of dharma wherever you exist. Automatically, all this punya karma will give you accumulation of punyam, and then you will get a very nice environment around you to focus on the ultimate goal of life, which is moksha. Moksha eva param purushartha. So, aham dhata vishwato mukha. No escaping. You cannot escape your karma phalam by running away to some other place. Or if you wear some other kind of dress, you will know. You'll in town marvesham. I'm wearing different dress. So I'll not be recognized. So Bhagavan will get fooled. You cannot fool Bhagavan and all. Your karma phalam will come wherever you go. At the same time, whatever you need. See, for all we are getting food properly, water properly, all the basic necessities, all because of Bhagavan. Please understand. Can any scientist create food? Tell me. Can any scientist create water? They can only play around with all these things. The fundamental creation, both for existence, sustenance, living, comes from Bhagavan. Then special aspects of dispensation is karma phalam. So write down two things. First, dispensation happens for basic needs for everybody. Second, dispensation means what? That is being bestowed, given to you, is individual with respect to your karma phalam. Are you understanding? Common dispensation, special dispensation. Is it simple? No, English is not very complicated, right? So Bhagavan is saying, I am the dispenser of both common as well as special karma phalam. So wonderful shloka. We will chant this shloka in the class. Shloka number 33. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Aksharanam Akarosmi Dvandva Samasikasya Cha Ahamevakshaya kalaha dhataham vishvato mukha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Quick announcement. Try and register for the Mahashivratri during the weekend. The sound one technical issue is there. We'll solve it. But I think many of you can still register, right? Only for people who have got any special ownership privilege, they'll have a challenge. Like Atmanathan had some challenge in registering. So different email ID, you're able to register, right, Atmanathan? So register for the program. If you are performing, your relatives, friends, children, very nice opportunity. Don't have any fear or any, think, no, this is the best way to lose stage fear. Be at a place and make your children also participate. Chant all the different shlokas, stotras, and Parameshwara, songs you can sing, bhajans you can do, and let us spend a very, very, very peaceful satsang with Parameshwara during Mahashivaratri. Gives Mahapunyam, creates the right path to get moksham. As I told you, what? Jnanam gives moksham. Jnanam ichet, jnanam maheshwarat ichet. Mahashivaratri, tell your friends. It's very easy or not, no need to go anywhere. No congregation, no gathering in some public place and dancing to film music like some people do, nonsense things. Don't do all those things. Sit down in your own place up to 10 o'clock, 10:30, I give you time. Do all Shiva Puja and do whatever you need to do. 10:40, you sit down. Once again, we will now chant also Shiva Panchakshara Mantram. And let me tell you, chanting the same Panchakshara Mantram during Shivaratri gives you 1,000 times more benefit than normal days. And normally we don't chant. So better be in a group, and that group, no effect will be there. So make sure you participate, and for you to get more punyam and create the path for moksham. Mahashivaratri. Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsate. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta Sanmangalani. Hari Om Narayana. We'll continue on Thursday morning India time.